there. Hello. How are you going? My name is Watthefricative. ASMR. Watthefricative. ASMR. I've tried, after I got some feedback about turning the mic sensitivity up, so hopefully it's sounding a bit better for you guys on your end. Feel free to let me know. I'm always very happy to get feedback about anything. I'm just doing my best to try and make some relaxing and entertaining things for people to watch. I'm having fun, so hopefully you're able to have fun as well. You can probably hear some lovely little water sounds in the background. I give you a minute. Wow, that's so relaxing. So now that the mic sensitivity is up, you can hear my lovely fish tank churning away. So, while I was having dinner, I had a thought about a special effects makeup thing I want to try. And I won't lie, it could be a bit of a disaster. Also because of the nature of what I'm planning on doing, which I suppose you know by the time I've posted this, because you'll have seen it in the picture. It might be a little bit no talking for the majority of it, and that's purely because I'm not sure I'll be able to speak. But regardless, hopefully there'll be some lovely sounds for you to enjoy, and fingers crossed that at the end of all of it, we wind up with something that looks a little bit cool, a little bit cool, a little bit cool. So with that being said, I think it's time to get into doing our little face painting makeup stuff. If you're interested in what I'm using, I will do my little hold it up in front of the camera and all of that kind of thing. But I will also put it in the description. So in honor of the lovely fat pimple that has decided to appear under my lip, let's cover it up with things. Okay. Let's begin. So our first step is going to involve liquid latex and some tissues or toilet paper, really anything like that you've got on hand, but we'll get to that. So the important thing with liquid latex, as always, make sure to spot check it on your hand if you've never used it before, just to make sure you don't have any allergies. If you do have a latex allergy and special effects makeup is something that you want to get into, there are some wonderful products. I believe it's called Fotex or something like that. And it's essentially the same thing, but obviously not with latex. So this is probably the last time I'll be talking in this video. And otherwise, hopefully it'll just be some relaxing sounds. Because our first step we're going to do is we're going to be covering our mouth in the liquid latex and the tissue paper. I'm going to apply it with a sponge. Much like with a cut smile, we're just going to draw up to here, or honestly, whatever shape you would like to draw to. And we're going to do a layer of liquid latex and a layer of tissue paper, and then we're just going to keep going like that for a little bit. So, it might take a little bit of time, and so this video doesn't drag on forever. I'll make a couple of nice sounds on this lovely bottle I've got here, and then we might jump you'd like to apply it. And then just tap, 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 tap. And just taking your time. And we're going to cover all of the latex that's on our face to colour match it. I'm going to do a little bit of time travel, and I'm going to jump forward in time to when it's all done, so I'll see you in a second. Once you have coloured the latex to your skin tone, or if you're like me and for some reason don't have a foundation, once you've got to a stage somewhere like this, it's time for us to move to our next thing, or our next step. So, for this, what we're going to do is colour the inside of our sliced mouth red. For this one, I'm using, it's called the Maron Pro Colouring, and it's Bruise 505B. And all I'm going to use from this is this lovely red colour. So to start, we're just going to take the red and colour everything within our slice, including under these lovely little creases we've created. So I'm just going to take the red onto this brush, and then just pop it in there. And I know it looks a little bit bright at the moment, but we're going to fix that, don't you worry. And I'm going to colour along the inside of my lip, just because it's going to be a bit visible. And it's okay if you're like me and you've just accidentally painted some red on the outside. It's all good. We're just, enjoying the creative process. Wow, good stuff. You've done it again. Now, once we have our red down, it's time for some brown. So I'm just going to go immediately into the brown on my nice little colouring. Making sure to get plenty of it, and we're just going to use it to darken the red slightly. I'm just going to check in the mirror. as much or as little brown as you'd like. It's looking very bright on camera, but that's okay. Because the next thing we're going to do is work a little bit on our outside. So I'm just going to take my finger, rub it in the red, and then I'm going to just grab some more of the red and nice ways and painting the latex above my eyebrow, down here and along, making sure to miss my hairs, because I quite like to keep them once I take this all off. As well as that, I've left space underneath and a gap for my eye, so of course we can see what we're doing as we're doing our work. So now that we've got this bit I am incredibly happy with how this has turned out, because I wanted to try something new. Now, I can't say I can guarantee that this has been a relaxing video in terms of looks, but hopefully for sounds it's been enjoyable. So, if you've enjoyed this, found it interesting, or even hopefully got to relax at all, then I've done my job. So thank you so much for watching if you've stuck around this whole way. If you try it, I would love to see pictures. That would absolutely make my whole night. So with that being said, I'm going to take some pictures of this on before it absolutely falls off my face. And thank you so much for joining me in my endeavours to look like a sleep paralysis demon whilst doing ASMR. I hope you enjoyed and potentially learned something new. I want to give this look a try. So with that being said, thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day, night, whatever time it is for you. And hopefully I'll see you in